Hi there, Esther. Sorry it's been so long. I've been really busy with work and stuff. But anyway, first of all, I want to show you my dog. Look how cute he is. Hercules. Alta. Anyway, with that out of the way, go back to your video that you posted, I think it's a week ago already. Start off by the point that you said about the Palestinian people. Yes, you're true. There is a Palestinian people, you're right. But if you wanted to argue, I mean, we could go back. You went back 200 years. I can go back 2,000 years when the majority was Roman. Then the majority was Babylonian, then the majority was Jews, and then the majority was, before that was Canaanites. But you know what? That's a long way back. So unfortunately we can't argue about that. You say they are. I can say that, you know, Palestinians are made up of Syrians, Egyptians, Jordanians. But anyway, forget that point. Also, just to make another point, when the Arabs did flee to Jordan because they were brainwashed by their government that the Israelis raped women and killed children when they were advancing, which completely wasn't true. But anyway, that's what they were brainwashed into. That's why they fled. Well, the Jordanians killed a few thousand of them, so you know, no one spoke about that. But anyway, it's wrong. That's all I can say. You know, no one either speaks about Chechnya. You know, Chechnya, what's going on there? That's an occupied territory. Why doesn't the world talk about that anymore? No one pays attention to Chechnya. It happened. Everyone spoke about it. Oh, the Russians invaded Chechnya. They're occupying. But that's it. It's done. They're still there. No one says anything. Russia's meant to be a democratic country. Democratic, huh? Anyway, moving on to the next point. You're saying, I wrote down stuff, I just have to remember because I did it fast. Yeah, you're saying that, you know, we have to give them, you know, recognize them, take away all the refugee camps, and, you know, everyone says everything will be okay after we free them and give them land. Well, we've been saying that for years. Every country's been saying it for years. Give them that and they won't do anything to you. Give them this and we won't do anything to you. Everyone's just been saying give them. It'll be okay. Terrorism will stop. Let me tell you something, hon. It's completely not true. I've seen the refugee camps. I know what goes on there. Unfortunately, it's wrong to keep people in the refugee camps. But it's like have you seen the movie what's it called? Not Sin City. You know, in the movie in Spain with all the kids that were murderers, and you had the gangs and the City of God. That's it, City of God. The refugee camps are like that. You don't understand what's going on there. It's terrorism there. You want to give terrorist control? How can we give terrorist control? Do you not understand? Any type of terrorism, any country, any terrorists, no one will talk to, and that should be the law. You're terrorists. Do not have the right to vote. You do not have the right to anything if you're a terrorist. First of all, give up terrorism, then we will talk. And that's what's happening in Gaza. Terrorists. How can you want a government to talk with terrorism when your own government, when England, when America will not talk to terrorism? You saw the excessive force that they're doing in Afghanistan and all over the world, in Iran. And you're saying to me Israel is using excessive force. We only learn from the best, don't we? We learn from America. Anyway, Basically, what I want to say is this. We left Gaza. We gave them everything. We left Lebanon. We gave them their land back. Why did they have to attack us? Why does the Gaza Strip constantly, daily, about 30 rockets are leaving that? Just today, 2 terrorists tried to get in. Well, that was from the West Bank actually. 2 terrorists tried to get in. Constantly, you don't hear the facts because it's not on the news, but constantly, daily, 100 terrorists are prevented from coming in or are caught coming in. And I'm telling you, I know this as a fact. You cannot argue with me on this. A fact is that constantly they're shooting rockets onto Israeli villages, Israeli towns, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you can't talk with these people because they have to drop terrorism first. We want to resolve the refugee camp. Trust. We do not want those refugees. I'm saying we. I don't. I'm not nothing to do with it. But they don't want the refugee camps. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people, and they don't want the refugee camps. Okay. They want to resolve it. They do. But how can you resolve with terrorists? Anyway, I'm gonna it's gonna be too long, this video, if I continue, taking my time on each point. So I'm also gonna rush through it. I've got so much work to do. Anyway, in 67, yes, I know all about the 67 war. You don't have to tell me that the Israeli preemptive strike. They went and bombed Egypt. You're right. They completely destroyed 95% of the Egyptian Air Force. Quite amazing, no? Anyway, they started the war, the Israelis. But you know how intelligence works. It was 100% guaranteed that they were going to attack. America told us that they were going to attack. They warned us. We were warned. Israel was warned all over the world that they were going to attack. What does a country have to do when they know another person's going to attack? What does England do, when they find out information by intelligence that they have a terrorist somewhere? What do? What does America do? They go and hunt him down, either kill him or capture him. So what do you think any other country should do? For example, Israel. Should they not do that? Are they wrong to do what any country would do? Seriously, come on, think, use your mind, think logically. Logically, forget politics. Logically, what would you do if you knew someone was going to come to your house, break in, try murder you, and take all your stuff? What would you do? You'd call the police, find out the person, and get them. Think about that. Anyway, you said that they bombed the water place before 67. Well, go back before that. Suicide bombers on buses every day. Suicide bombers. Any country that would have a rate of suicide bombing like that would go crazy, would kill everyone. They would get everyone. They would do all their force to prevent that from happening, to defend their citizens, just like the Israelis wanted to do then, defend their citizens. Otherwise they would have been wiped off the map. And of course they were diverting the water, obviously. What else did I want to say? Damn, I got confused by my dad walking in. Basically, yeah, I just wanted to make a point that you were saying about the Arab minority in Israel. The Arab minority, well, if you look at the government, a lot of ministers are Arabs, from the citizens in the country. The Israelis themselves prevent the far right ministers from coming in, the ones who are against the Arabs living in Israel, and put the Arab ministers in. I don't say that's wrong. That's perfectly fine. It's a democracy.